Morning. Welcome to number 1040 of the Morning Brew on the 29th day of August. Boy, another month pretty much gone. This is N2BH, Bill in Palmyra, New York. I'll be doing the first hour along with Vicky, KE8VKY on log. Second hour will be Jeff, KE0GKF along with Vicky. Then following the Morning Brew be the second cup with Dick and Vicky. A few announcements tonight, 8 o'clock, YouthNet. Kind of a new format, seems to be working very well. Bring your children, grandchildren, third-party traffic is more than welcome. Saturday morning, 9 a.m., 40 meter net, 7.245, and Saturday night, 11 p.m. is a trivia net. And just a reminder, Monday is a national holiday, so there will not be a Morning Brew. So you have to wait a whole week to hear Jeff and I again. We already have a list of text check-ins. We have Roy, KE8BYU, Wayne, KC2NJV, Greg, VA3GLJ, Paul, KQ9KX, Adam, W9AFK, Joe, KM4WZD, Gil, K4GDS, Greg, KB3EYR, and David, N6QDY. They're all via text line, which is 716-317-950, or you can email your call sign at text@ecr.radio. And the question of the day is, how many boxes of Kleenex do you usually have around the house? Time for some mobile stations. Call signs twice. Kilo 4, Kilo Zulu Zulu, KK4KZZ. Whiskey 4, Hotel Kilo Lima, Whiskey 4, Hotel Kilo Lima. KY4, BPA, check me in and out. Kilo Yankee 4, Bravo Papa Alpha. W8NJT, Whiskey 8, November Juliet Tango. Alright, we'll acknowledge Mark, KK4KZZ. Steve, W4HKL is in and out. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good weekend. Michael, KY4PBA. And Nick, W8NJT. Any other mobiles? Mobiles only. Alright, we'll start with the mobiles. Just first want to acknowledge Bill, KI4EGQ via text line, came in just before we took the mobile stations. And we have KC1 or K1MCO and W3CVE via text line. Let's go to Mark, KK4 KZZ. How many boxes of Kleenex do you usually have around the house? Happy Friday. I hope I'm making the net or the repeater. Right now I'd say we don't have any. Zero. I end up using more paper towels when I need to use a Kleenex anyway. I hope everyone has a good weekend. I'm working this weekend, not exciting, but yeah, that's what happens every so often. Have a great day, everybody. Great weekend. KK4K. Well, I hope those paper towels are soft. Yeah, you're making a fine little bacon in the background, but very legible, and hope you have a great weekend as well. Michael, KY4BPA. Good morning, and 73, everybody. As far as the issue goes, I don't have any in my home. Ironically, though, I woke up with a sneeze fit, so I guess the question is apropos, and I maybe should go out. And everybody, 73, KY4BPA. Very good, Michael. It's funny how that works some days. Have a great weekend. Nick, W8NJT, good morning.
Morning, Bill, and everybody on the net. Usually it's one at my house, but the first time somebody gets sick, there seems to be 70,000 of them, one in each room. W8 and GT, back to net control.
Yeah, that's why Vicky suggested we change it to usually instead of how many do you have. Have a great weekend. Let's go up top list here. Roy, 8 BYU, good morning. KA8 BYU, Roy, you with us? Now we'll come back to him. Let's go to Wayne, KC2NJV, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. Hope all is well. KC2NJV. I'm assuming that open boxes or boxes ready to be used, and I would say 2 to 5, but we buy the big bags that have like 10 boxes in there, but they're sitting in the closet. Enjoy your weekend.
Yeah, very good, Wayne. Thank you, and hope you have a good weekend as well. Greg, VA3 GLJ, good morning.
Well, good morning, Bill, and good morning to the Brew crew. Currently 45 degrees Fahrenheit or 7 degrees Celsius up here in Cartier. Answer to your question is 0. We use paper towel. We don't bother with the lightweight stuff. Everybody have a fantastic long weekend, and 73 VA3 GLJ back to net.
Yeah, very good, Greg. We're starting out at 57, and I don't think we're going to go too awful high today. I think we're staying in the 60s, but warming up over the weekend. Paul, KQ9KX.
Good morning. I believe the answer is 2. Everybody have a great weekend. KQ9KX.
Very good, Paul. Have a great weekend. Thanks for checking in. Adam, W9AFK.
Good morning, everybody. We'll be down for 4 to 5. Believe it or not, we have a house full of allergy people. So 4 to 5, everybody enjoy your holiday weekend and be safe. This is W9AFK, back to that.
Well, thank you, Adam. Hope you get to enjoy yours also. Thanks for checking in. Let's go to Joe, KM4WZD.
Well, good morning, Bill. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning to the crew. 1 in each of our bathrooms, so put me down for 3. I think that should do it. Everybody take care. Good weekend. 7-3s. Talk soon. It's KM4WZD back to net.
Yeah, very good, Joe. Hope you have a good day and enjoy your weekend. Gil, K4GDS.
You put me down for 2. The wife normally has one on her side of the bed, and I keep one in the bathroom because for some reason my nose runs for 10 or 15 minutes every morning. I think I'm allergic to getting ready to work. I don't know. K4GDS, back to that.
Very good, Gil. Yeah, I have sinuses like that too most mornings. Have a great weekend. Greg, KB3EYR.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Vicky, everyone on the Brew crew. This is KB3EYR, and I'm lucky if I can find 1 box around the house anywhere. Packed in net control. Have a great day.
Very good, Greg. Hope you have a good day and enjoy your weekend. David, N6QDY, good morning.
Hey, everybody in the Zoom room, and 6QDY. Put me down for 0, Bill. Put me down for 0. Everybody have a great day, and back to net control, M6QDY.
0 it is, and thank you for joining us so early, and hope you have a great weekend. Bill, KI4EGQ.
Yeah, good morning, KI4EGQ. We got one somewhere, but we honestly use the paper towels. They just don't, they have more capacity and tensile strength, so a lot more useful. KI4EGQ, and have a great weekend.
Very good. Hope you have a great weekend yourself, and thanks for checking in. Let's go back up, see if Roy, KA8BYU, is with us. I guess we'll put him down as in and out today. Let's go down to J, K1MCO.
Morning, Bill, Vicky, and the remaining of the Brew crew. This is K1MCO. Put me down for 2, one of each restroom here at the house. So 2 it is, and that's always good to have on hand. K1MCO, everybody have a great day.
Oh yes, you never know when you need them. Have a great weekend. Chuck, W3CBE.
Good morning, Bill, Vicky, and everybody on the Brew there. Put me down for 2, one on each floor there, Bill. And have a great long weekend, W3CBE.
Oh, thank you very much, Chuck, and I hope you have a great weekend as well, and thank you for checking in. We'll acknowledge Jimmy, KD9YUZ, Bernie, AA8WI, and Rod, WD8KOB. This is N2BH. Let's go to Jimmy, KD9YUZ. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill and Vicky and everybody else out there on the wonderful Morning Brew. Put me down for 0. I found a paper towel that works way better. KD9YUZ. Have a good weekend, everybody. 73.
Well, thank you, Jimmy. Hope you get to enjoy your weekend and appreciate you being here. Bernie, AA8WI.
Well, good morning to everyone on the Brew crew. I didn't hear the question, but by the answers, I'm assuming it's how many boxes of tissues do you have in your house? And my wife keeps a box beside her recliner, and that's it. So we have 1. Good morning to everyone at 7:30, AA8WI.
Yeah, 1 it is, and yes, you got it exactly right. And I should have read it again. It's hope you have a great weekend. Appreciate you checking in. Rod, WD8KOB. How many boxes of Kleenex do you usually have around the house?
Well, good morning, WD8KOB. We have more in the winter time when you get a sniffle and that kind of thing, maybe 1 box or so, but man, we use a lot of paper towels. You guys have a great Friday and weekend. WD8KOB.
Well, thank you, Rod. Hope you have a good weekend as well, and appreciate you checking in. And that's the bottom of this list. This is N2BH. The question of the day is, how many boxes of Kleenex do you usually have around the house? Time for some new stations. Come with your call sign twice and orderly, please.
Alpha Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. Alpha 5, Juliet, Whiskey Mobile.
Echo 3, Tango Golf November. Echo 3, Tango Golf November. Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Kilo Charlie 1, Whiskey Papa Echo. Kilo Charlie 1, Whiskey Papa Echo. Dave. Kilo Charlie 3, Lima Alpha Victor. Kilo Charlie 3, Lima Alpha Victor.
W9 SAM, Whiskey 9, Sierra Alpha Mike. November 2, India Sierra Kilo. November 2, India Sierra Kilo.
Kilo Echo 8, Sierra Mike November. KE8 SMN.
Okay, we'll acknowledge this list. We have James in the mobile, AA5JW, Tim, VE3TGN, David, KC1WPE, Mike, KC3LAV, Sam, W9SAM, Bob, N2ISK, Jeff, KE8SMN. Anybody else? Call signs twice.
So Charlie 2, Golf, Romeo, November. KC2, GRA.
Delta, India, Tango. This is KJ5DIT. This is Matthew of Arkadelphia, Arkansas.
For RAH, Kilo Oscar 4 Romeo Alpha Hotel, KO4 RAH, in and out. Good morning.
KJ5 MEL Kilo Juliet 5 Mike Echo Lima Jose Austin, Texas, in and out, going to the doctor today.
Alright, we'll hold up there. There's an echo link station keeps coming in. We're not getting any audio. But we'll acknowledge Jose, KJ5MEL was in and out. Good luck at the doctor. And Ray, KO4RAH was in and out. Hope you guys have a good weekend. We have Matthew, KJ5DIT, and Joel, KC2GRN. Let's go up to James, AA5JW. How many boxes of Kleenex do you usually have around the house?
Well, good morning, Bill and Vicky. Thank y'all for running that this morning. Good morning, Brew Crew. This is Alpha 5, Juliet Whiskey Mobile, James in Spring, waiting on the train to continue mobiling to the work today, but that's okay. To the question at hand, and again, sorry if the train horn came over the radio. It was pretty loud when we drove by. To the question at hand, we usually keep two around the house, at least out. You know, we keep one in each of the bathrooms. And then my wife usually has a few more stashed in the pantry, but usually just two sitting around. With that, I'll say 7-3, hand it back to everybody. Have a blessed day and a great weekend ahead. This is Alpha 5, Juliet Whiskey Mobile. We'll be monitoring.
Very good, James. Yeah, no problem. I look at trains a little differently when I sit there and wait for them now. Look at the graffiti and stuff, and hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for checking in. Let's go up to Canada. Tim, VE3 TGN. VE3 TGN. Tim, you with us?
Everybody on frequency that is answer is 0. I use a real strong toilet paper if I have Kleenex. It's big 0. And I was in that, and a good weekend. This was going to be really nice for Labor Day weekend. It's correct for 3 tables on November 3rd, 73 for home.
Zero it is, and yes, it's going to be a very nice weekend. Hope you get to enjoy yours. David, KC1 WPE.
Good morning, Bill and Vicky in the morning Brew crew. I have to say, 1 box. Thank you very much. You're doing a fine job. You have a good weekend. This is Kilo Charlie 1 Whiskey Papa Echo. Back to net.
Oh, thank you, David. We appreciate you being here, and hope you have a great weekend. Mike, KC3 LAV, good morning.
Yes, indeed. Good morning, Bill, and good morning, everyone on the Brew crew. This is Kilo Charlie 3 Lima Alpha Victor, Mike in Warwick Township, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Beautiful, beautiful morning here on the deck, and we have 3 open boxes, usually all the time, and 8 boxes in the basement. That's how it stands around here. KC3 LAV, back to you. Have a great weekend. We're clear.
Very good, Mike. Hope you get to enjoy your weekend, and thank you for checking in. Sam, W9SAM, good morning.
Okay, good morning to all the operators on the East Coast Reflector this morning. We usually are in and out, but we thought we'd do it a little differently here on a Friday morning. With 53 degrees here, we're just north of Dayton, Ohio, about 10 miles. Appears to be overcast this morning. But anyway, we're coming to you live from our W9SAM-L link, 220 link, the network here. And I can tell you that back in the day, when things got a little rough, I was getting Kleenexes and toilet paper, and I'm thinking, why do I need to do this? So we cut out the Kleenex, and all we do is we got a lot of toilet paper here, and it works very well. And usually a big toilet roll out here in the front room doesn't run out like a box of tissues do. So that's where we're at with that there. And I just love the East Coast Reflector. All the questions of the day. It really puts a smile on my face. So anyways, everybody have a great weekend. We'll say 73. God bless. Bye-bye.
Zero it is, and yeah, being heard live is the best way to be heard. Hope you have a great weekend, and glad you stuck around this morning. Let's go to Bob and 2ISK. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill and crew. Yeah, well, my wife usually has 3 boxes open at all times, and a stockpile stored in the cellar of at least 8 to 10 boxes. So takes a big. And they're too flimsy for me. I'm the paper towel guy too. So there you go. Have a good weekend all.
Thank you, Bob. Hope you get to enjoy your weekend and appreciate you checking in. Jeff, KE8SMN, good morning.
Good morning, Brew Crew. This is KE8SMN. Put me down for 5. We've got them first floor, second floor, multiple rooms, so that if you're just got a sneezing spell, you're always covered. This is KE8SMN, back to net.
Very good, Jeff. Hope you have a great weekend. Appreciate you being here. Joel, KC2GRN.
Morning, Brew, KC2GRN. We have some boxes of Kleenex in the house, and we use them regularly. Anyway, thanks for hosting the net as always, and everybody have a great weekend. KC2GRN, back to net.
Oh, thank you, Joel, and thanks for checking in. Hope you have a great weekend. Matthew, KJ5DIT.
Good morning. I think there's about 4 around the house. Also, there's probably more diaper wipes than there are tissues and paper towels. Have 3 grandkids on a regular basis, and they come in handy. 73.
Very good, Matthew. Have a great weekend and appreciate you checking in with us. Now it's some more text check-ins. We have Ben, WD8CZP, Mark, KE2EDS, Jeff, KG8QP, and Al, K8BAC. This is M2BH. Let's go to Ben, WD8CZP. How many boxes of Kleenex do you usually have around the house? Good morning, Bill, and everyone on the Zoom. I just joined, and I don't have my video up. Boxes of Kleenex from Winter Haven, Florida this morning, where it's a balmy 74. Not really balmy. How many Kleenexes? I think we have one. Mostly we use the boogie wipes, the wet wipes, things like that. It's like... seems to be the 21st century Kleenex. Kleenex seems to be, last century. Anyway, wet wipes is mostly what we're using on that. But anyway, good morning to everybody on the East Coast Reflector this morning. And there's my camera. Hello. And hi, Mark. And I see Vicky's got her mic open, but not talking. Good morning, Vicky. Anyway, what do we got else going on today? Oh, my HF antenna is down right now. It's a vertical, and it's the lightning rod, and we've had a lot of storms here in Florida. It's summer in Florida, Central Florida. So we expect another round going through here again today, and looks like Labor Day is going to be wet also. So we got plenty of water down here in Florida. Otherwise than that, that's the weather report here. And like I said, probably one box of Kleenex. I don't know. I'll have to look around this 32-foot travel trailer. It's so vast and big, I can't find anything down here. Anywho, y'all take it easy. I'll be listening, lurking, and looking at the log there. Good morning to everyone. This is Whiskey Delta 8 Charlie Zulu Papa WD8CZP, Winter Haven, Florida, on the Echo Link. Very good, Ben. Nice to see you in the Zoom room. Haven't seen you in a little bit and wondered what was going on. And hope you have a great weekend. Appreciate you being here. Up next, Mark, KE2EDS, part of the open mic night on Wednesday nights. Good morning.
Good morning, Vicky and the rest of the crew. I'm going to say open boxes, we're probably at 4. We do have a pretty good backup, but we do babysit our grandkids, so we use a lot of those. And it's a brisk 52 degrees here in sunny Buffalo, New York. KE2 EDS, have a great weekend.
Oh yes, with the young ones around, you gotta have a few more around. And yeah, it's starting to clear up here. Sun's peeking through. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you in a little bit. Jeff, KG8QP. KG8QP, Jeff, you with us? Yeah, nothing heard. Let's go to Al, one of our hosts, K8BAC. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Bill, Vicky, everybody in the Brew crew. Hope everybody's having a happy Friday. One box, that's it. Well, we don't have any kids around or anything like that. That's all we need. Hope everybody's having a good day, and hopefully see you all tomorrow on the 40-meter net. KBAC, back to you, Bill.
Yeah, very good, Al. Hopefully conditions are good tomorrow, and look forward to it. Have a great weekend. Mark, N0CKB.
Morning, Bill, Vicky, Brew crew, everybody else on the net. We have 6 open boxes right now. Those people that use paper towels must have noses made out of steel. Everybody have a nice holiday weekend, and 0CKV back to net.
Yeah, very good, Mark. Hope you have a great weekend, and appreciate you being here. Charlie and Birdie, NA2B, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Bill. Charlie and Birdie in Tampa Bay. Nice 80 degrees this morning. Response to the question, I couldn't tell you, but I asked Birdie and she said we have 3. So we we have 3 in the house. Thanks for what you do. Have a good weekend. NA2B back to that.
Yeah, sometimes you got to check with the boss. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and thank you for being here. Anthony, W2AJV, good morning.
Good morning, sir. This is W2AJV. Good morning to everyone in the Brew. I just passed 2 boxes, one in my bathroom and one in my living room. So 7-3 to Vicky and yourself, and you're doing a great job with the net. W2AJV, back to net.
Well, thank you, Anthony. Hope you have a great weekend, and appreciate you checking in. We'll acknowledge Bill, KR4CKC, but let's take some new stations. Let's see if there's any mobiles out there. Mobiles only, call signs twice.
This is November 1, November Delta November. Bernie in Queensbury, New York, mobile. This is X-ray Mike Romeo, Matt in College Station, Texas.
Matt, XMR, could you give us your call sign again, please?
Roger that, it's Whiskey 5, X-ray Mike Romeo.
Okay, signal was a lot better that time. Let's see. We have Bill, KR4CKC, Jason, K4KU, Mobile, we have Bernie, N1NDN, and Matt, W5XMR. We have Gary, NAZFH, via text line. General check-ins, call signs twice.
KO4CLD, KO4CLD.
Romeo Hotel Echo, November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo.
Victor Alpha 3,
Delta X-ray, Bravo,
Foxtrot,
Juliet,
Whiskey,
Delta X-ray, Bravo, EGD.
3 Yankee Bravo Sierra, Victor Alpha 3 Yankee Bravo Sierra.
RHE, Vern, VA3 CRF. We had a J5 DXB.
Kilo, Juliet 5, Delta X-ray, Bravo, Frank, Sugarland.
Thank you, Frank. And we had a GGP. Could you come back? Something like GGP. Maybe not. Now we have Bill, VA3, YBS. Now let's run this list real quick, and then we'll take some more check-ins. Bernie, N1NDN. How many boxes of Kleenex do you usually have around the house?
And rainy Queensbury here where it's 57 degrees. That is really a loaded question because in the winter time I keep no less than 7 or 8 because we go through them a lot. But in the summertime it's not so many. But I do keep a pretty substantial stash actually in my shack behind the door. So it's a necessary thing. I've got a box in every room. And one Indian.
Yeah, very good, Bernie. We'll put you down for 7, and hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for checking in. Matt, W5XMR, looks like you're new to the system. Welcome.
Well, howdy everybody. Just happened to be coming through, and yeah, I'll be out of range in probably about 10 minutes, so I'll be a short timer to the nets today. But a box of Kleenex is in the house. I'd say probably about 4 or 5, and actually it's probably gotten less. I started taking allergy shots this year, and my allergies are much, much better than before. So if anybody's on the fence about allergy shots, I highly recommend them, and I'm not normally one that likes to get stuck with a needle. So, yep, 4 or 5 boxes in the house, and this is W5XMR.
Well, glad that's working for you. And if you go to the eastcoastreflector.com, that's our website. You'll see what we're all about. List all our different nets and a lot of good information there. And you should be getting a welcome letter from us. Have a great weekend, and hope you become a regular. Let's go up to Bill, KR4CKC.
Good morning, everybody, on the Brew from the Villages. It's a nice 70 degrees here and high level of clouds. Put me down for 2 boxes. That's all we need is 2.
Very good, Bill. 2 it is, and hope you have a great weekend. Up next, Jason, K4KU, the other half of the open mic night. Good morning.
Hey
Hey, good morning, Bill and everybody on the Brew today. You could put me down for 2 boxes of Kleenex, and I'm not thinking what's a shot. So have a great day, everyone. Enjoy the weekend and the holiday on Monday. This is K4KU back to net. Very good, Jason. Hope you have a good weekend as well, and thanks for checking in with us. N1YKT, Hopkinsville, Kentucky. You're keying up the system. Let's go to Gary, N8ZFH.
Good morning, Bill, Vicky, and the crew, and it looks like a beautiful day in southeastern Michigan. Please put me down for 3 boxes. N8ZFH, back to net.
3 it is. Hope you have a great weekend. Appreciate you checking in. Ascend to BH. Micah, KO4CLD. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, I fall under that weird category of none. A gentleman just a little while ago said anybody that uses paper towels must have a nose made of steel, so I guess I have a nose made of steel. I don't like tissues because I usually blow them apart. KO4CLD, back to net.
Very good, Micah. Yeah, it's Kleenex. You got to watch which ones you pick. You certainly don't want one ply. Have a great weekend. Thanks for checking in. Make a couple quick announcements here tonight. 8 o'clock to YouthNet. Bring your children, grandchildren, neighbors' children. Third-party traffic's welcome. Help support the youth. Saturday morning, 9 a.m. is 40 meter net, 7.245, and Saturday night, 11 p.m. is trivia net. There is no morning brew on Monday. It's a holiday, and there will be a second cup today. Let's go to Roger, N4RHE. Good morning.
N2BH, good morning, Bill, and clever cousin Vicky. Sound good. November 4, Rheumatoid Echo 1. I always have a handkerchief in my pocket, and since the 2020 pandemic, copious amounts of Cottonelle and Bounty. Here we use Bounty and handkerchiefs to sweat. No runny noses around here. November 4, Roger, ham enthusiast. Return to net.
Very good, Roger. That ought to be another question. Do you carry a handkerchief in your back pocket? I know I carry one. Have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. Vern, VA3 Sheriff. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Bill and Vicky and everybody on the net. Thanks for picking me up out for a walk. I got to tell you, Bill, I should have worn a bigger jacket. It is darn right brisk. I think it's only 50 degrees out here this morning. In terms of the question of the day, 3 boxes, and I know it's not the question, but I do have a hanky on me. Hope everyone has a great Labor Day weekend. This is the final weekend for the Canadian National Exhibition. And I am looking forward to the air show down by the lake. Always fun. Hope everyone has a great one. Take care, my friend. BA3CRF.
Very good, Vern. Yeah, we've been getting some chilly mornings here, and I think it's going to warm back up a little bit. And I think there's also an air show in Batavia, New York here this weekend. Looks kind of interesting. Hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for checking in. Frank, KJ5DXB.
KJ5DXB, good morning to you, Bill, Vicky, and everybody. Put me down for 2 boxes of tissues, and I too have a hanky in my back pocket. Thank you for the check-in. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Be safe. KJ5DXB, back to you, Bill.
Oh, thank you, Frank. Appreciate you being here, and hope you enjoy your weekend. Bill, VA3YBS, good morning.
Good morning, Bill and Vicki and everybody on the Brew crew this morning. And Bill, thank you for what you do. I really enjoy these nets in the morning. To answer the question, we generally have 2 boxes of Kleenex, 1 in each bathroom. This is VA3 YBS 73.
Well, thank you, Bill. We enjoy doing it and enjoy talking to everybody, and glad we can help start people's morning, hopefully put a smile on their face. Have a great weekend. Appreciate being here. We'll acknowledge Don, W4PPX, and Leo, K4ITA, via the text line. But let's take some more general check-ins. Come with your call signs twice.
2 CJM, W2 CJM, in and out at the end of my line.
K-A-B-Y-U. K-A-B-Y-U.
Kilo 4, Delta India Yankee. Kilo 4, Delta India Yankee. Delta Bravo via Echolink.
Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet. Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet, in and out.
ORK, Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Romeo Kilo Mobile.
Whiskey 8,
KF8,
Delta, Charlie Mike,
Kilo Foxtrot,
Delta Charlie Mike,
Juliet, Quebec.
in Lincoln Park, Michigan, mobile.
Alpha India 8 Whiskey.
All right, let's hold up there. We'll acknowledge this list. We have Chris, AI8W, Dean, W8DCM, and the mobile. Looks like you're new to the system. We have Kevin, KF8DJQ, Barry in the mobile, KQ4ORK, Charles, KD2IUI, Jinzik, VA3, KTG was in and out. I hope you have a good weekend. We have Mike, KB2, UDB, Gene, KK4DIY, Roy, KA8BYU, Charles, W2CJM was in and out. Thank you for stopping by. Let's go to Barry, KQ4ORK. How many boxes of Kleenex do you usually have around the house?
Good morning and a happy Friday to everybody on the net. My answer is going to be 0. Like others, I blow out Kleenexes, so I'm more of a paper towel, napkin, hanky, or roll of toilet paper. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Enjoy the holiday. Back to net control with KQ4, ORK in the mobile.
Well, thank you, Barry. Hope you have a good weekend as well, and appreciate you being here. Let's go to Dean in the mobile, W8DCM. Welcome.
W8DCM, thank you for having me. Good day, everybody. I am just coming off my night shift in the emergency department, on my way home. And to answer the question, I don't have any full-size boxes of Kleenex. I have those little hospital-sized, or travel-sized ones, if you will, that just seem to end up in my pocket every once in a while, and I couldn't even count how many are laying around the house at the moment. With that, back to net. Hope everybody has a great day. W8DCM.
Yeah, very good, Dean. I was going to ask where they came from. Hi. Let's see. If you go to Reflector.com, that's our website. You'll see what we're all about. List all our different nets and a lot of good information there. And you should be getting a welcome letter from us, and hope you become a regular. And thanks for what you do. Have a great weekend. Let's go up to the top of the list here. Don, W4PPX. Good morning. Good morning, Brew crew. Everybody on the Brew this morning. Don't forget, Monday's a holiday. There won't be a Brew crew. Put me down for zilch. Nope. Stick with paper towels. 7-3. Hope everybody has a great day. Back to you. Very good, Don. Yep, you guys have to wait till next Friday to hear our beautiful voices, Jeff and I. Have a great weekend. Leo, K4ITA.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning from the beautiful Fort Lauderdale. 84 degrees, nice weather, beautiful for a swim in the ocean today. And we have just one box at home. I don't use them. I use hand key, okay? Everybody, great weekend, K4ITA.
Very good, Leo. Appreciate you checking in. Enjoy your weekend. Here he is, Roy, KA8BYU. Good morning.
Rudy on the Brew, KA8BYU. Yeah, I keep one box on the pass-through between the kitchen and the dining room here. That I use for a shelf. And I keep cat treats up there and a box of Kleenex and a couple other things. So, just the one. Don't need more than that. And sorry about earlier, when you called me, I was getting my ear talked off by a neighbor. I took my trash down and come back and got stopped at the door. I heard you call me, but I was outside of the room here, couldn't grab the radio. Back to you.
No problem, Roy. We know things pop up, and glad you came back, and hope you have a great weekend. Gene, KK4DIY. Good morning.
Good morning, Kilo 4, Delta India Yankee, Gene in Homosassa, Florida. And the answer here is generally 2 boxes, and when one runs out, we just buy 2 more. KK4DIY, thanks.
Very good, Gene. Hope you have a good weekend, and thanks for checking in. Up next, Mike, KB2 UDB, back in Florida.
Good morning, Bill and the crew, and everybody in the Zoom room. No, not yet. I leave tonight at 7 o'clock out of Rochester, and I'll be back at Lakeland around 10, and then hour and a half drive home. And then I'll be at the home QTH in Sebring, Florida. So hopefully everything will go well to get home. It's 54 degrees here in Fairport right now, and I'm looking forward to get home. I came down with a little cold here, so I got to stay away from the wife. She's dealing with cancer and having treatment, so I got to stay away from the wife till I quarantine myself here and get better again. So everybody out here, the question of the day, yes. I have 3 boxes and 3 on standby. And then we also have a little travel pack, so if we go someplace, you can put them in your pocket and take them with you. I KB2 UDB, back to net control. Thanks for doing the net.
Very good, Mike. It was a pleasure meeting you at the Hamfest, and hope you get better and have a safe trip home. Thanks for checking in. Let's go to Charles, KD2YUI. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everybody listening in on the Brew crew. Put me down for 2 boxes. And this will be my last check-in from Erin, New York, camping this week. 73, all back to net control, KD2YUY.
Very good, Charles. Hope you enjoy the weekend. Sounds like it's going to be a nice one, and thank you for being here. Kevin, KF8DJQ.
Good morning, everyone. We have 6 open boxes and at least that many on reserve. Oh, we're covered. KF8DJQ. Everybody have a safe weekend.
back to Met Control. The wife insists we have Kleenex all over the house. Doesn't matter what time of year it is, it's got to be there. We have dogs. They should see it all. Thanks for being there. Back to that Alpha India 8 whiskey. Very good, Chris. Yeah, you want to keep her happy, and thanks for checking in. Hope you have a great weekend. Andy, W2AJR, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, everybody in the Brew Crew. Yeah, we must be pretty snotty as well because we have all the bathrooms, a couple of the bedrooms, and here. So, 7-3, everybody. Have a great weekend. Be safe. W2AJR. Thank you, Bill.
Oh, thank you, Andy. Hope you have a great weekend also, and thanks for checking in. Mike, NAHLN.
Good morning, Bill, Vicky, and the crew. We're at a brisk 51 degrees here this morning on the east side of Detroit. Answer to the question is 0. I owe a paper toweling kind of guy, and my wife likes the Charmin. So there you go, 73 to all, and hope everyone has a great weekend from NAHLN.
Very good, Mike. Thank you, and hope you enjoy your weekend as well. Scott, KO6IXN.
Good morning, Bill, and everybody on the Brew Crew there. Hope everyone has a good day and a good long weekend coming up. We have one box of Kleenex in the kitchen next to the coffee machine. That's it for us. KO6IXN, back to net.
Very good, Scott. Appreciate you checking in with us so early, and hope you have a good weekend as well. Richard, N4RSM.
4 boxes open, at least 4 back up in the closet, and I'm old school and carry a handkerchief everywhere I go. Y'all have a great weekend.
Oh, thank you, Richard. Hope you enjoy your weekend as well, and appreciate you being here. Tim, KQ4EFY.
Thank you, Bill. This is Tim, KQ4EFY, Columbia, South Carolina. And I just went around and counted. We have 9. Back to net control.
Very good, Tim. Yeah, Dick just popped in the Zoom room, said people are probably running around the house counting their boxes. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you being here. Randall, K8UFM, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to everyone on frequency. This is K8UFM. That would be 1. Back to net control. K8UFM, everyone.
One is. Have a great weekend, Randall. Thanks for checking in. Last for me today will be Rick, N5GI. Good morning.
On the Brew. It's a beautiful day in the villages. Sorry I tuned in late, so I missed the question. Can you give it to me again?
No problem. How many boxes of Kleenex do you usually have around the house?
Oh, last week it was 3. So hopefully everybody has a great weekend, and thanks, and back to net control.
Oh, thank you, Rick. Hope you have a good weekend as well, and appreciate checking in. Appreciate everybody checking in with me today, and just a reminder, we will not be here Monday. Jeff and I will be back next Friday. And we'll turn it over to Jeff now. KE0GKF, this is N2BH. Well, thank you, Bill. Great first hour. Good morning, everyone. This is Jeff, KE0GKF. I am located in Omaha, Nebraska, in the middle of the country here. We're starting off at a wonderful 61 degrees. I think we're heading for 81 today. Question of the day again is, how many boxes of Kleenex do you usually have in the house? We're ready for another round of check-ins. Please come twice and slowly for Miss Vicky, who on the log. Please come now.
Charlie, 1, Sierra, November, Oscar, Paul, Brandon, Vermont.
KJ5, JWV, Kilo, Juliet, 5, Juliet, Whiskey, Victor, in and out. Good morning, this is
November 1,
Eagle
Whiskey, Echo, Bravo. November 1, Whiskey, Echo, Bravo.
Again, this is Kilo 6, Lima, November, India, Kid 6L and I, in and out. KE2EHI, Kilo Echo 2, Echo Hotel India, in and out.
Kilo Foxtrot.
Kilo Echo 2, Echo Delta, KE2 EED, in and out.
Whiskey 0, Mike Golf Alpha, W0 MGA.
Okay, let's go with this list right here. Moving from the bottom up, W0MGA, KE2EED, Christopher, you were an IO this morning. Have yourself a great weekend, sir. Extended weekend with the holiday. KF4OUP, KE2EHI, Joseph from Westfield, New York. You were an IO this morning. Thanks for checking in. KQ8U, K6LNI, Lancelot from Hayward, California. Lancelot, thanks for checking in early over there, and have a great weekend. You were an IO. WB2JPQ, N1WEB, KJ5JWV, NY1US, and KY4NB at the top of the list. Let's go to you, Scott, in Memphis, Tennessee. KY4NB, and Scott, how many boxes of Kleenexes do you usually keep around the house?
KY4NB from Linda Elvis Barbecues. Well, hi, Jeff and Brother Randall and everybody on the Brew Crew and way up there out in Collierville. Happy holidays coming up to everybody. Well, I don't know. I would say there's a couple of boxes around. Try to keep some so you keep the sniffles away. Thanks for the net. Thanks to Miss Vicky. Back to net control. Everybody have a good Friday. KY4NB, back to net.
Alrighty, Scott, thanks for starting out this list for us, and have a great holiday weekend. Let's go to Norm in South Wales, New York, NY1US. Good morning, Scott. How about them sneezer dusters?
Thanks, Jeff, and Vicky, and everybody on the Brew Crew today, and hi to Bill. Sorry I missed your your hour. Anyway, but Jeff, I like you too. You're very, very, very good at the very good at this. Anyway, I have four usually around the house. One in the family room, bedroom, and each bathroom. So, and we usually keep a bag stock of about, we buy the 5 packs or whatever. So, with that said, back to everybody. Have a great weekend. And when you
Norm, you do the same. Have a great weekend. Thanks for checking in and stopping by. Brandon in Tomball, Texas, KJ5, JWV, heading down to Texas. Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning, all. Just having a good Friday. You can put me down for normally about 3 boxes of Kleenex. That's all I have. $73.
All right, 3 it is, Brandon. Thanks for stopping in with us this morning. Webb in Collierville, Tennessee, N1 WEB. Good morning, Webb.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Vicki. Good morning to the net. Boy, the weather is nice down here. We've got our sleeping with the windows open, so I'll probably need more Kleenex. I don't know about Scott and Memphis, but it sure is nice. You can put me down for about 2 boxes of Kleenex. Everybody have a great weekend. N1 WEB.
Yeah, Webb, I've had the windows open about the last 4 days, too. Air conditioner off. It's nice to get an exchange of fresh air. Have a great weekend. Let's go to the Godfather, WB2JPQ. Good morning, Dick.
Well, good morning, Jeff. No windows open around here today. It's hovering around 50-some degrees. I had my electric blanket on last night. I didn't want to get up. The house was too cold. Well, I'm a little late getting here. I've been walking around the house trying to count Kleenex boxes. I found 6 throughout the house, so I guess I go into 6 to 10 range. I've already put myself in there. We'll see everybody at the top of the hour, Vicki and I will, for the second cup. See what's on your mind, and I want to talk a little bit about our new VU meters that we've put on our streaming audio page, where you can actually look at your audio and see, not only hear it, but you can see where you have a visual on it and see where you come up on our VU meter. So we'll talk about that a little bit on the second cup. Back to you, Jeff. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
All right, Dick, we'll see you at the top of the next hour for the second cup. Yeah, I like to sleep when it's cool. You were talking about too cold. Sometimes, well, most of the time, I like to get under the blankets and sleep in a cool room. I don't know, sleep like a bear or a baby. We'll see you at the top of the hour. Let's go to let's go to Bob in Ecorse, Michigan via the text line, KQ8U. Good morning, Bob. KQ8U, text line. Bob, you still with us this morning?
KQ8U, just thanks, Jeff. I have a little problem with the computer here, like everything else today. I've got about 3 boxes in the house. It's unbelievable how much Kleenex I go through. I have a perpetual runny nose. But everybody have a good Labor Day weekend. I'll be on the second cup. KQ8U, Bethany.
You were loud and clear there, Bob. Perfect. Yeah, no sniffles here yet, especially with this huge German-Italian schnoz of mine. You can't miss it. So far, so good. Have a great morning. Let's go to Byron in Cape Coral, Florida, KF4 OUP. Byron, good morning. Byron, going once, going twice, KF4 OUP.
Sorry about that. This is Kilo Foxtrot 4 from Papa Byron in Cape Coral. I would say about 2 boxes of Kleenex here. Good morning, Brew Crew. Back to net. KF4OEP.
All right, Byron, you have yourself a great morning, sir. Thanks for checking in. Michael, heading down to Jacksonville, Florida, WO4MG.
Good morning. Jeff and the crew, it's W0MGA in Jacksonville, Florida. Welcome everybody, good morning. And I would say we have 1 box floating around. I also keep a small pack in my truck and in my backpack. Thanks everybody, have a great weekend, good holiday. W0MGA.
Well, Michael, first off, let me apologize on your call there. I don't know why I said W4 or OMG or whatever I said. I don't have my glasses on my prescription glasses when I sit at the computer, and I was sitting back and I was kind of a little fuzzy. We got you down as WOMGA from Jacksonville. Michael, apologize about the call problem. You have yourself a great weekend. Let's go to Kenneth in Las Vegas, Nevada, AB4KT. Kenneth, over to you.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. This is Alpha Bravo 4 Kilo Tango in the village of... I didn't catch the question, but everybody have a great day. Thanks for being here. 7-3.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll just ask you real quick, Kenneth, so we can keep the log for accuracy here. Question today is, how many boxes of Kleenex do you usually have around the house? Back to you, Kenneth.
Right now I have 3. 3 out and another one in reserve.
All right, well, thanks for clearing that up for us this morning. Very important question, yeah. Have yourself a great weekend and a great holiday. Let's go to wrap up this list, and we'll be ready for another round of check-ins. Ray from Beaver, Pennsylvania, N3DQD. Good morning, Ray.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicki, and everybody else in there this morning. I don't know who else is in the Zoom room, but we just signed on here right after we checked in. We usually have 2 boxes in our house. Usually 2 boxes. 1 in the living room and 1 in the bathroom. Back to net. This is N3DQD.
You sound like an organized person, Ray, and that's the best way to go. That wraps up this list. Real quick, the text line is 716-317-9050. 716-317-9050. Just put your call in your phone. Vicky will get you on the log. Of course, there is our email one now. Email us at text@ecr.radio. Just simply email in call sign. And for people overseas and such, you won't get any additional charges or anything like that. Just email it to us. And let's take another round of check-ins right now. Twice and slowly for Miss Vicky, if you can.
DIC, KF8, Detroit, Rock City.
Whiskey Bravo 5 India Tango Tango, WB5IGT. 4 Hotel Echo Foxtrot K4 AGF.
This is Kilo 8 Victor Delta, Kilo 8 Victor Delta, Michael, Kitty.
KF8 CWF Kilo Foxtrot 8 Charlie Whiskey Foxtrot.
We
Whiskey 4, Delta Oscar Foxtrot. Kilo Whiskey 4, Delta Oscar Foxtrot, in and out.
Sierra Alpha Victor, in and out, please. Good morning.
November 8th, Romeo Whiskey Foxtrot. This is N8RWF. Very good morning, Jeff. Please check me in and out. That's in and out. Good morning.
Okay, let's go with this list right here. 3 IOs this morning. Let's do those first. N8RWF, Bill from Trenton, Michigan. You just checked in last there. Have a great weekend, Bill. Always good hearing you. KB5 SAV, Jason from Louisiana was an IO. Jason, appreciate you checking in. And KW4DOF, looks like Piero, if I pronounce that right, maybe a news station from Plantation, Florida. You were an IO. Thanks for checking in, and check us out at eastcoastreflector.com. Moving up the list, KF8CWF, K8VD, W2PUT, KQ4HEF, WB5, ITT, KF8, DRC, and at the top of the list, let's go to Mark in Albuquerque, New Mexico, W5MHG. Mark, good morning, and the question of the day in review is, how many boxes of Kleenex do you usually have around the house? Mark, good morning.
Well, good morning back at you. Gracie says, bow wow, yippee-yi-yay. She carries about 1 box on her hind leg, and we got about 5 in this house. We're always sneezing. Well, thanks for all you do. W5MHG with 66 degrees in the backyard. Gracie says, bow wow, yippee-yi-yay. And we say thank you to Vicky and all the crew. From the land of enchantment, hold on to your seat. We love that text line, 73.
And thanks for using that text line as always, Mark. We can always make sure you're in there. And hope you and Gracie have a great weekend. Say hello to Gracie for me. Jack in Rochester, Michigan, KF8DRC. Good morning, Jack.
Oh, good morning, everyone. I have 5, plus I have 2 spare. 5 plus 2 spare. Everybody have a good weekend. And that's all I have for today. And thank you for running the net. KF8, Detroit, Rock City.
All right, Jack. Always good to have spares. Remember when the pandemic came through and there was a run on toilet paper, nobody could get any? That was crazy stuff. Have a great weekend. Let's go to Chris in Beaumont, Texas, WB5ITT. Chris, good morning. Weekend's on us. Fun button Friday. Go ahead and push it.
Good morning. Happy Friday to you, sir, and the rest of the morning brew. Of course, it's a long weekend, Labor Day weekend. Hope everybody's got some plans to enjoy it and be safe. As far as Kleenex tissues, I don't have any. I just either use paper towels to go grab a roll of toilet paper and use that. Cheaper that way. Why spend money on something you really don't need? But, and with my sinuses, I'm usually blowing my nose quite a bit anyway. Everybody's having a good morning. Be safe this weekend, and we will see you all on the second cup. WP5ITT, back to net control.
All right, Chris, thanks for putting in the plug. Yes, the second cup, everybody, will be coming up. It's Friday, coming up at the top of the next hour, as Chris was just saying there. So stick around, say good morning to Dick and Vicky. If you don't have a question, that's fine. It's a little bit slower paced. Just say good morning to them. The weekend is upon us. And, of course, Monday there will not be a net. for the holiday. So Bill and Vicki and I will not be here on Monday. So enjoy the holiday. Let's go to Keith in Thompson, Georgia, KQ4HEF. Good morning, Keith.
Good morning. And as far as the question, we got 2 boxes open and 5 in reserve. And everybody have a good day, good weekend, good holiday weekend. KQ4HEF.
All righty, Keith. Well, you have yourself a great weekend, too. Let's go to one of our network facilitators in Milan, Michigan, W2PUT. Dan, what about those nose or the booger busters? Good morning.
Good morning. Well, there's usually 2 available at any moment in the house, the boxes. As far as the reserves go, no clue. That's the logistics office department, and I have no idea how she manages that inventory. Their boxes never seem to go empty, no matter how many you use. Today we're heading up to help out with a small 4.9 gig microwave dish alignment. Every once in a while I get to do something fun in the field instead of just in the home office. Back to you. Looks like it's going to be a gorgeous day here in the Ann Arbor area. W2PUT Mobile.
And everyone, don't forget to ask Dan about your microwave dish alignment needs. He's the man. Dan, have a great weekend. Michael in Katy, Texas, K8VD. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, that will be 0 for me. I don't have any Kleenex box, but if I do, I've just used toilet paper. That's pretty much it. Everybody have a great weekend. Back to you, Net Control.
Michael, thanks for checking in this morning. Have a great weekend. Brian in Warren, Michigan, KF8CWF. Brian, what about those nose wipers?
Good morning, Jeff, Biggie. Thank you for all you do. Good morning, the rest of the Brew crew, and Jack as well. Around the house, we have 3 boxes. 1 in my computer station, 1 in the living room, 1 in the bedroom. And anything else, you grab what's handy by paper towel. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the holiday. KF8, CWF, back to Net Control.
All right, Brian, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you on Tuesday when the Net Brew resumes, as of course we will not be here on Monday. Let's go to Anna in Beaver, Pennsylvania. Anna, KD3AJN. Anna, how many boxes of Kleenex do you usually have around the house?
Good morning, Jeff and Vicki and the crew in there this morning. Well, as Ray said, we have 2, 1 in the living room and 1 in the bathroom. Everybody have a safe weekend. KD3AJN.
Anna, you and Ray have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you again next time. Let's go to Benny in Rialto, California, heading over to the other coast, K6BJF. Early morning, Benny. Good morning.
Yeah, Benny here, coming in from Rialto, California. First time on here and actually talking on here. Still feeling my way around on the East Coast Reflector, but loving it so far. And just want to say hello to everybody and good morning. So everybody have a great day. K6BJS.
Well, Benny, thanks for checking in so early over there in Cali. And I'll tell you what, check in more often. We're here every day, except Monday because of the holiday. We're here Monday through Friday. And, of course, you can probably know, but you can check us out at eastcoastreflector.com and a wealth of information there. Have a great weekend. Mike, one of our network facilitators, always on the job in DeBerry, Florida, K2CMT. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Jeff and Miss Vicki. Around this house, in this pollen-infected zone of Florida, we'll have 3 boxes out, and right at the moment, gentleman from Georgia made me go check. I've got 3 in reserve, and I ordered it by the case from Amazon, and I'm getting down to my order point right about now. Everyone have a great weekend coming up and the week ahead. This is K2CMT in DeBerry, Florida.
All right, Mike. You know, I've had no problem with Amazon products, you know, Amazon basics and such, from face wash to, you know, toilet paper or whatever. The quality overall throughout the Amazon basics line seems to be pretty doggone good. You have a great day. Let's go to Vince in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, KR4EMM. Vince, good morning.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicki, and everyone on the crew. I have to say, my wife kind of handles that, but judging from what I see around in the house, I think it's around 6 boxes. That's about it. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the holiday, and have a safe weekend too. This is KR4EMM. Back to you, Jeff.
All right, Vince, thanks for checking in from Fort Lauderdale. And Doug, you're rounding out this list, and everybody will be ready for another round of check-ins. Doug in Homosassa, Florida, WA8CLG. Doug, how about those toothpapers?
This is WA8CLG. Very good morning, everybody. And I usually have 2 and maybe 3 boxes, but call it 2. Around the house, and that's with just me living here, that's enough. And just got back from a bike ride, beautiful morning, and looking forward to the second brew this morning, because I don't usually get a chance to check into that. Everybody have a good one, a very good weekend. WA8CLG, back to you, Jeff.
All right, Doug, we'll see you on the second cup at the top of the hour. We had Chuck come in by the text line while we were taking that round of check-ins. We're ready for another round of check-ins. Come twice and slowly for Miss Vicki, please, and she will get you on the log.
Kilo Echo 2 Bravo Delta Oscar. Kilo Echo 2 Bravo Delta Oscar. Mobile in and out.
Kilo 4 November Hotel Victor, K4NHV. LTA, K2D.
Mike 7 Hotel Victor, Quebec. Okay, just checking in and checking out.
KK4 VTT, Kilo 4 Victor Tango Tango.
5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5.
0 RMS.
Okay, I've got the reflector. Let's go from the work from the bottom up. KORMS WAWHK KK4 VTT KC2JZE KC2 JPQ M7HVQ. David, over in England, you said you were in IO this morning. Well, thanks for checking in over there in England, David. Have a great afternoon or evening. VK2DY K4NHV KE2BDO. Richard from Schuyler Falls, New York. Richard, you were in IO this morning. Have a great weekend. And at the top of the list, let's go to Chuck in Lancaster, New York. W2EM. Chuck, the question of the day in review is, how many boxes of Kleenex do you usually have around the house? Good morning, Chuck. Take it away.
Well, if by around the house you mean how many are out, ready to go, opened up, I'd say probably 4. Because I have a pretty big house here, and there's a lot of different rooms. And it's in reserve. We usually go to like BJ's or Sam's Club and buy it by the case. So, you know, when we get down to about 4, we'll go and get another case, and it'll be up here in the north. It's a little bit cold sometimes. We got a lot of runny noses, so we use a lot of them. So back to net, W2EM.
All right. Well, thanks for checking in this morning, Chuck, in New York there. You have a great weekend. Old friend of mine from up from these parts many years ago now. Nick's down in Sebring, Florida. Nick, good morning. K4NHV. Nick, how you doing down there?
Well, good morning, Jeff. Everybody here on the net. Nick here in Sebring, Florida. Well, it's only me here, Jeff. We don't require any fancy boxes of Kleenex. We got plenty of toilet paper and paper towels around here. Everybody have a great weekend. K4NHV.
Yeah, as you know, Nick, I'm just like you. I've noticed being single in my later years and no rugrats and wives walking around the house, I don't get sick anymore. It's just me. Have a great day, Nick. Good talking to you and hearing you out there. Let's head over to Australia, thousands of miles away. VK2DY. Robert, good morning.
Good morning to you. Good evening from here. This is Robert, VK2DY in northwestern Sydney, where it's currently 56 Fahrenheit, and we have a cold front passing over and heavy winds. So it's going to be quite a night. Rain and wind and everything else tonight. Batten down the hatches. Anyway, I assume you're not talking about the brand Kleenex, but tissues in general. I think you use the brand for a shortcut to the tissues. So I'm going to say I have maybe a couple boxes of tissues. The Quilton brand, though, which is an Australian brand. VK2DY. Back to that.
All right, Robert. Have a great evening over there in Australia, and have a great weekend, sir. Let's see. Let's go to David. I'm sorry, you were in IO. Let's go to Frank in Lancaster, New York. KC2 JPQ. Frank, good morning.
Good morning, Jeff, and everybody on the group. 4 boxes of Kleenex got them around the house. And not much going on today. Nice, brisk, crispy morning over here in Lancaster. Everybody have a great holiday weekend, and talk to you Monday. KC2 JPQ.
All right, Frank, and we're going to call you the lucky 100th check-in of the day. Congratulations. Have a great weekend, sir. Bob in Hamburg, New York, KC2JZE. Bob, good morning.
Good morning to all in the net. And as far as the question of the day, I actually had to get up and walk around and take a look. And there's 3 boxes in the house. You can tell how frequently I use them, not often. Have a great day, everyone, and a happy Memorial Day weekend. KC2JZE.
And you do the same, Bob. And of course, as you know, with the holiday, we will not have a morning brew on Monday, and everyone else listening there for the holiday. And thank you again for checking in, Bob. Bruce in Kissimmee, Florida, KK4VTT. Just don't kiss me, Bruce. Good morning.
Good morning, sir, and good morning to everybody on the Brew. Have a good, happy, and safe weekend. Just like Mike's problem child, and I know he's listening, I don't bother with the Kleenex. I gotta use a roll of paper towel. I'm a big guy. I'm not fat, I'm just a big guy. A big body, strong guy. I use the big paper towels. Drives my wife nuts. The Kleenexes are just too small. Hey, you guys have a great weekend out there. Enjoy the weekend. Make some memories like that guy said. Stay safe. And I'll see you Tuesday. KK4VTT. I'm in Lake Baldwin, Florida this morning. Everybody have a great weekend. Thanks for letting me have some fun.
Bruce, thanks for checking in this morning. And let's head to Bill in North Fort Myers, Florida. W8K. Bill, how many boxes of Kleenex do you have around the house, or do you just bust out some brawny there and go at it? Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, a beautiful day. 77 degrees Fahrenheit. The real temperature. Not that phony heat index stuff. Anyway, we have 3 I walked around the house, counted them. Bedroom, living room, and out here on the lanai. And on the kitchen table we have a roll of paper towels. They're always there. We use them as napkins or for wiping up after the cats. And there's always toilet tissue, as they call it on Marco Island. So we're prepared. We're ready. Okay, back to you, W8WHK 73.
Well, prepared is always good. Bill, you have yourself a great weekend. Thanks for checking in. Robert in Dubuque, Iowa, heading over a state next to me. KORMS. Robert, good morning. Robert, are you still with us this morning? KORMS. Nothing heard from Robert. We'll put him as in an IO this morning. Robert, have a great weekend. Roy in Livonia, Michigan, W8ROY. Roy, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday and happy Labor Day weekend. Put me down to 3, please. Just seriously, and that's a good question. This is a real unique one. I've had some good ones, but this one, I was thinking about it, just laughing myself. Everybody take care. God bless. Talk to you next week. W8ROI.
Well, you know, Roy, we've come up with 1,040 questions, if you'd like to contribute, you can at the eastcoastreflector.com site. Have a great morning. Larry in Castleberry, Florida, KR4CAI. Good morning, Larry.
Good morning, and to answer your question, the number is 0. I live alone. I work from home. I live in Florida, and since I've had all those 3 things, I hardly ever get colds anymore. So when I do have a problem, I just use the paper towel. This is KR4CAI.
Larry, you sound like me. I work at home in front of the computer with the logs on it in front of me right now, and I work part-time in my later years and semi-retired. don't go to a workplace, and nobody comes home because I'm single now. I don't get sick. It's a great thing. Have a great weekend. Florin in Conroe, Texas, K5YNU. Good morning, Florin.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicky, everyone on the Morning Brew Crew. Let me think, probably around 2, but I use paper towel when needed, very seldom. Back to the net control, everyone. Have a blast long weekend. Work responsible. Talk to you next week. K5 Wine.
Alrighty, Florin. Always good hearing you this morning. Shout out to Brian and Debbie via the Listen Live link, a couple of non-hams that listen to us and me in the morning, friends or family. They have Kleenex tissue stationed in 5 rooms, bathrooms, kitchen, and the office. They always come in handy. Oh, and in both cars, too. They have them. Brian, Debbie, thanks for listening live on the Listen Live link. Let's go to Guy in Harvey, Louisiana, KJ5GUY. Good morning, Guy. Guy, are you still with us this morning? KJ5GUY. Nothing heard from Guy. Guy, you have a great weekend. Let's go to Rex in Crystal River, Florida, KJ4LXJ. Rex, what say you?
Good morning to you and the brew crew out there. The wife has tissue boxes, but my big old schnoz and all the stuff that comes out of it, I use the old Brawny. KJ4LXJ, back to the net.
Yeah, you know you're not going to blow the thing out with our big old noses. Rex, I'm right there with you. I talked about it earlier, this big old schnoz of mine. You can't miss it. You have a great morning. And to round out this list, our flyboy, Carlos in Hollywood, Florida. CBM. Carlos, do you have him in the plane too? Good morning.
You read my mind. Good morning, Jeff, Bill, Vicky, Dick, everybody always present here. It's Friday, TGIF, and I'll be doing some of that pilot stuff later on tonight. Yep, we do carry them in the plane, up and down. But the main question, I think, it's for the house. I have 3 in the house, 1 in my truck, and 1 in the plane. And it's not back there, it's in the cockpit. So yes, we use them. Everybody, have a great long weekend. Enjoy it and stay safe. And 1 CBM, back to you, Jeff. Nice talking to you.
You too, Carlos. Fly the friendly skies safely. That rounds out this list. Real quick, the text line is 716-317-9050. Just put in your call sign. Vicky will get it on the log. It's Fun Button Friday. Oh, and speaking of FB for Fun Button Friday, Facebook, FB, Facebook page. If you have a social media account on Facebook, make sure you click on join the Facebook account. Vicky and everyone is always working on that too. There's always great information and current stuff going on and pictures and all sorts of fun stuff. So join up our Facebook account too. We're ready for another round of check-ins. Twice and slowly, please.
KE4NTG, Kilo Echo 4, November Tango Golf.
0 NCV.
Kilo 2 Alpha Alpha Charlie. Kilo 2 Alpha Alpha Charlie. In and out.
In and out. Kilo Charlie 3, Foxtrot Golf Delta. Kilo Charlie 3, Foxtrot Golf Delta.
Okay, we'll go with this list. KC3FGD, K2AAC, Art, Tonawanda, New York. You were an IO this morning. Art, thanks for checking in. KEONCV, KE4NTG, and W3ICQ, Bob in Leesburg, Florida. And we just had Jim from Easton, Pennsylvania, KD3ATQ coming by the text line. Let's go to Bob in Leesburg, W3ICQ. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, everybody. We have 2 in the house and one in each car, so that's 4 altogether. Back to you, W3ICQ.
All right, Bob, you have yourself a great weekend. Let's go to Walter, heading down to Hollywood, Florida, KE4NTG. Good morning, Walter.
Good morning to you and all the fellow brewers out there. We have a box in the family room and a box in the bedroom. That's pretty much it. Wish everybody a pleasant day. Take care, stay safe, and always thank you guys for running this net. It's always a pleasure to get on it. KE4NTG, Hollywood.
All right, Walter, have a good one down there in good old Broward County. Phil in Rockville, Minnesota, KEONCV. Phil, good morning.
Good morning, everyone on the net this morning. It's a beautiful 59 degrees here in central Minnesota, and we have Kleenexes throughout the entire home. We've probably got four at the ready and probably another half dozen in storage. Back over the net, this is KE0NCV, Central Minnesota.
Well, Phil, you rock in Rockville, Minnesota. Have a great weekend, sir. Thanks for checking in. Ray in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, KC3FGD. Ray, over to you.
Hey, good morning, Jeff, Vicki, and everyone on the brew. Greetings from Scrapple Country, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. As far as the question is concerned, I don't use them, but the SWL, I believe, has 3 of them sitting here in our cottage. Heading up to the wood shop. Everyone have a great day and weekend. Be talking to you on Monday, KC3FGD. Back to net control.
Ray, will you do the same? Always good hearing you this morning. Rounding out this list, and we'll be ready for another round of check-ins, is Jim in Easton, Pennsylvania, KD3ATQ. Jim, take it away, sir.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicki, and the rest of the brew crew. We keep 1 on each floor, so we have 2 full-time in the house. If somebody catches something like that, we may place some extras, but normally just 1 on each floor. Back to you, Jeff, KD3ATQ.
All right, Jim, you sound marvelous this morning. We're ready for another round of check-ins. We just had Daryl come in via the text line, which, by the way, again, is 716-317-9050. Just put in your call. We're ready for another round of check-ins, twice and slowly, please.
November 8, Mike, Romeo, Sierra. November 8, Mike, Romeo, Sierra.
KR4COH. Kilo Romeo 4, Charlie Oscar Hotel, no traffic, IO in and out, and we all have a great weekend. Thank you.
Okay, a short and sweet list here.
KR4COH, Hector from Jacksonville, North Carolina. You just said you were an IO this morning. Thanks for checking in. N8MRS. And at the top of the list, we got WB1DXN. Back to you again, Daryl, in Epsom, New Hampshire. Daryl, question of the day is how many boxes of Kleenex do you usually have around the house? Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Vicki, and I didn't get the name that's on point this morning, but good morning to all the everybody on the Brew Crew. Usually I like to have about a half a dozen. Right now I can only see probably 2. I got to get on to my daughter and make sure we get more than that. Everybody be safe, situational awareness, not just the airplanes, even if you're driving on the road or if you're just walking around. Sometimes you don't know what's going to happen. Be careful. Always expect the unexpected. WB1DXN, clear.
Yep, preparedness always helps. Daryl, have a great morning. Michael in Norwood, Ohio, N8MRS. Michael, push the fun button. It's Fun Button Friday.
Well, good morning all the Brew Crew. I don't buy Kleenex. I got enough paper towels and toilet paper, so I don't need to buy that. Anyway, you'll have a great weekend. N8MRS.
Who needs that fluffy, pillowy softness on your nose? Just grab a brownie and go at it, right? Michael, have a great morning. Let's take another round of check-ins. We've got time. Twice and slowly, please, for Miss Vicki.
X-ray 2, Delta X-ray. Whiskey X-ray 2, Delta X-ray. Kilowatt Bravo 5, Victor Alpha Oscar. Kilowatt Bravo 5, Victor Alpha Oscar.
Kilo Edward 8, Michael Indian Delta. Kilo Edward 8, Michael Indian Delta, checking in.
Okay, we had KE8MID, KB5VAO, and WX2DX. By the way, everyone, if you can keep your nodes and your repeaters connected and they're not on a timer and don't disconnect at the top of the hour, the morning brew is coming up here very shortly. Let's go to the top of the list to Bill in Port Matilda, Pennsylvania, WX2DX. Good morning, Bill.
Today, I think it's about a dozen boxes, some in use and some in storage.
Oh, you got the pallet of them out there in the garage, do you, Bill? Have a great morning. David in Lubbock, Texas. David, good morning. KB5VAO.
Good morning to everybody on the Brew Crew. This is KB5VAO. The name here is David, and I've got enough paper towels or other things that I don't buy the Kleenexes as much anymore as I used to.
All right, David. Yeah, it's one less thing to buy if you can take care of it other ways. Have a great morning. Rounding out this list is Mark in Southgate, Michigan. KE8MAD. Mark, push a fun button, sir.
Pushing that fun button and saying hello to everybody out there on frequency. Good morning to everybody. And as far as Kleenex goes, well, we usually have around 2 to 3 boxes sitting around here, just in case. And with that, I'll just say back to net control.
All right, Mark. Well, thanks for rounding out that list for us, and have a great weekend and a good holiday. And by the way, there will not be a morning brew on Monday for Labor Day holiday, and everyone. So you'll hear us back on Tuesday, and Bill and myself and Vicky back on Friday. Let's go for a few more check-ins here. We've got some time. We've got 5 minutes left. Let's get a few more check-ins. Twice and slowly, let's get you on the log for the history books here. Lots of connections this morning. We know you're listening. Twice and slowly.
4 GGZ, KO4 Z.
Bravo 5 Nancy.
KR4 GFJ, Gabriel.
Victor Kilo 3, Delta Mike Juliet. 3, Delta Mike Juliet.
Okay, I'll grab the reflector and we'll go with these to the top of the hour. VK3DMJ, Dave in Australia. Hang tight over there. We'll get to you here. N5DRT, Kurt in Morton, Texas. You were in this morning, Kurt. Thanks for checking in and have a great weekend. KR4GFG, AB5N. And at the top of the list, hopefully we have this call right. Is it K04GDZ? Michael, good morning. Okay, your audio is real quiet, but Vicky's got the headphones on and heard you. KO4GGZ, David in Archer, Florida. David, you might want to get a little bit closer to the mic or something. Good morning. The question of the day is, how many boxes of Kleenex do you usually have around the house? Over to you, David.
KO4GGZ, answer to the question would be 2, with 2 in reserve. And I hope my audio is a little better this time around. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, David, that fixed everything. You sounded great. Have a great weekend, sir. Thanks for checking in. Let's go to Robert in Hot Springs, Arkansas, AB5N. Robert, what say you?
Roger, it's Bob, by the way. Yeah, we're in Hot Springs, Arkansas, nation's first national park. The answer to that question...
I was talking to Vicky in the Zoom room there. We just got you changed to Bob. The question of the day is, how many boxes of Kleenex do you usually have around the house? Good morning, Bob.
All right, I'm not sure if I made it. Anyway, 10 in stock and 3 deployed, AB5N.
We got it, Bob. You have a great weekend. We got you changed in the system as Bob. Thank you. Let's go to, I believe it's Gabriel, a new station. Is that correct? We're not sure on the call. KR4GFJ, you can correct that for us. KR4GFJ or something like that.
Yes, this is Kilo Romeo 4, Golf Foxtrot Juliet, Gabriel in Port St. Lucie, Florida. That is correct.
All right, Gabriel, thanks for correcting that for us. The question of the day is, how many boxes of Kleenex do you usually have around the house? Back to you, Gabriel.
Yes, this is K4GFJ. The answer to the question would be 0. We pretty much use paper towels for 98% of the tasks around the house. Back to net control, 7 Labor Day.
Well, Gabriel, thanks for checking in. You're a new station. Welcome to the East Coast Reflector. Check us out at eastcoastreflector.com. If you have a current email address on QRZ, you'll get a welcome letter from us as well. Check in more often, and welcome to the East Coast Reflector. And use the East Coast Reflector at any time to make a contact any time of the day. There's always someone out there. Have a great weekend. And to wrap up the net, let's go to Dave over in Australia. VK3 DMJ. Dave, put a ribbon on the net for us. The question of the day is, how many boxes of Kleenex do you usually have around the house? Dave, over to you.
VK3 Delta Mike Juliet. Good evening, Jeff, or good morning to yourself and to Vicky and everyone on the Morning Brew. Thanks for calling me. Just made it for the turn of the hour. It's a lovely 40 degrees over here, 40 degrees Fahrenheit that is, over here in the south of Australia. To answer the question this evening, we have around 3 boxes in our house. The family tend to like to use those. So a fun question to end the week. Thanks for including me in your net tonight. I'll be hanging around for the second cup and having a little bit of listen. So back to you, net control from Victor Kilo 3 Delta Mike Juliet.
All right, Dave, and of course, as it's winter time over there, as it's summer time over here, as the way it works, you stay warm over there. And that rounds us out to a perfect 130 check-ins for the day. We've still got a lot of connections. Everyone stick around for the second cup. Dick will put a 20-second delay in here or so for stations that need to connect or disconnect. On behalf of Bill, Vicky, Dick, Scott's here in the Zoom room, just joined up, and everyone else, we want to say have a great holiday weekend. Stick around for the second cup. 7-3, everybody. KE0GKF clear.
Good morning, everyone. This is Dick WB2JPQ along with Vicky K8VKY. We'll be bringing you the second cup today, number 127. 127. Seems like it should be more than that, but I know we didn't do it a summer or so ago, and the numbers went down. Anyway, we try to have a little fun here on the second cup, much more relaxed. We try to find out what's in your mind. Try to get our people talking. Let's see if we have any mobiles this morning. Do I have any mobiles that might have missed the morning brew or want to check in on the second cup? Doesn't matter if you missed the morning brew or not, but we usually get a different bunch of mobiles in here. So anybody mobile, call signs twice, please.
W5EO, Whiskey 5, Victor Echo Oscar, mobile.
Morning, Doug, mobile. Lubbock, Texas. There we go. I also got Bob from eCourse KQ8UP as a text line. Well, good morning to you, Doug, and like I said, we don't have a question, but I do have one thing I want to announce and can turn into a question. We recently added a VU meter to check your audio along with our audio on our page, website page, along with the streaming audio, so you can go to the eastcoastreflector.com, listen live page, and watch your audio on a VU meter bar graph. We want to make sure everybody's aware of that and start looking at their audio like many of you have been doing. Calling in, saying no response necessary, and watching yourself and listening to yourself on our live stream, but now you can also watch and see where your audio falls into the
scope of audio. Tickling the red, it's fine. You get up into the red for tickling it just a little bit on voice peaks, not a thing wrong with it, but no more than just a little bit of a tickle. Let me go to Doug. Good morning to you, W5BEO in Mobile and Lubbock, Texas. What's on your mind this morning, Doug?
Good morning there to all on the second cup. Had it on monitoring on the first one, but I drive around and with passengers, so I sometimes don't chime in there. And hopefully this cold front arrived. We broke a record yesterday at 104 here in Lubbock, so it was smoking hot, and now they've got already got flash flood watches, and the rain hasn't even started yet, so they're probably steering it all away, although I am due to wash my car today, so they may be correct on the rain. And we got the ball game here in town tomorrow night with Texas Tech, so that should be leading to a lot of activity, and I think that's about when the rain's supposed to start too, so ought to make for an interesting drive around town for sure. We'll send it back to net, W5BEO Mole.
Well, thank you, Doug. Sounds like your weekend is planned and rain is in the forecast. Thanks for being here this morning. Do we have any other mobiles? Any other mobiles that would like to get in here on the second cup this morning?
Kilo Romeo.
Kilo Delta 2, Kilo Alpha Kilo Mobile.
Kilo Quebec 4, Kilo Hotel, KQ4, KKH Mobile.
Right. I got Randy in Muscle Shorts, KQ4, KKH. We got Brian, KD2KAK. And just before Brian, there was a KR4. The KR4 mobile, please.
This is Kilo Romeo 4, Golf Foxtrot Juliet, Gabriel, Port St. Lucie, Florida.
Gabriel, that makes sense. We'll go right to you, Gabriel. We also got Vince from Fort Lauderdale and other, these are text line. Okay. Let's go up to you, Gabriel. Looks like you're new to the system, Port St. Lucie, Florida. Welcome to the second cup on the East Coast Reflector. What's on your mind this morning? Sorry, Gabriel, you're not making the repeater. You're just pretty much noising it up. I don't know if you can raise power, change your location, but if you can jump back in here, let me go to Brian. He's mobile this morning, KD2KAK. Good morning, Brian.
KD2KAK, good morning. A little bit of a difference between Lubbock, Texas and here in northern New York. I'm currently driving across the Tug Hill region plateau in northern New York. Currently 53 degrees, which is one of the cooler temperatures recently, and is currently raining. It's been a hot, dry summer, so it's good to get some rain here. Looking forward to doing some projects in the ham shack this weekend. That's all I've got. Thanks for giving me some time. 73 and turning this back to net control.
All right, thank you, Brian. Do know the Tug Hill area fairly well. Worked a lot of wind and ice and snowstorms up there for a power company over the years. Randy, Muscle Shores, Alabama, KQ4KKH. Good morning to you. What's on your mind, Randy?
Good morning, everyone. A beautiful day today. On my way to Mass. For today, I'm finishing up, closing out my business, sweeping and mopping floors. And that's about it. And I'm looking forward to the weekend. I hope everyone has a wonderful day and weekend. 7-3.
Randy? Let me go up to Bob. He was our first tech check-in this morning, as he usually is. KQ8U, good morning, Bob. And have you looked at our new audio display VU meter on the website?
Morning, Dick. Vicky, I have not. I plan to do it here when I get caught up. I noticed yesterday my Ham Shack hotline, that line 1 was flashing, indicating that was it, they're done. I don't know, I want to get rid of it, replace it with something. So right now I just got a piece of electrical tape over that orange light flashing. I just got to, take that slow. And I thought it was the 29, but anyway, I got to add something to it, change that number. Anyway, everybody have a good weekend. KQ8U, best net.
All right, you might want to go look at it, because while you're on Echolink, you can use the Echo Reflector, but your audio is low. I noticed it this morning when you checked into the Brew. I could hardly hear you. I had to come over and crank my audio up. Good morning, Vince, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, KR4EMM.
Yes, good morning. We spoke about this before, but not in much detail. And I belong to a local club, and I'd like to put it out there to the club members that own repeaters to connect to the East Coast Reflector, because there's not much down here in South Florida as far as connection. We have the Hollywood, the Fort Lauderdale, and then that's pretty much it. There's nothing a little further north, and that's where these repeaters are. So I kind of want to do the legwork, because I have a feeling if I do the legwork, it'll get done. If you can give me a little more detail on how we go about connecting. And again, I'm kind of new to the hobby, so I don't know if there's any kind of equipment required other than an antenna and tuning in. I don't know how that's done. So I'm sorry to be long-winded, but if you can give me a little more detail. I have a meeting on Tuesday, and I'd like to present it. Thank you very much, and have a great weekend. Thank you.
All right, Vince, we have been trying to, I think I mentioned to you, we have been trying to work with one other South Florida group, but I don't think that's going to get off the ground from the last report that I had heard yesterday. But yeah, if you got a repeater in your area that doesn't have a lot of activity, like to join up on the East Coast Reflector, they need to have an all-star IRLP. No, we don't really recommend IRLP anymore. If they have it on, use it, but all-star is so much more versatile. They'd have to interface an all-star node into the repeater and connect up to 9050. It's that simple. Hardware is needed, and of course internet and so forth, but that's all there's to it. You need some sort of a gateway to get into our servers.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I understand now. Thank you. Have a great weekend again. Appreciate it.
Hey Vince, well, we're always looking for repeaters to join the system, so if anybody could, find a repeater. There's thousands and thousands of them that sit there and never turn a wheel all day long, and connect up, get a node connected, get a gateway connected. Some of them already have nodes. Here a couple years ago, I sent out 125 emails to IRLP node owners that haven't
connected anywhere, I think it was in 30 or 90 days. And I got 4 replies back and nobody wanted to connect, so that's just the way the world is. A lot of people like to listen to dead air and hear no one talk all day long. Let's go to Crystal River, Florida, KJ4LXJ. Good morning.
Good morning to you and the second cup out there. I guess the wife and I are planning on taking a road trip to Leesburg today. She loves those little old-time diners, and I guess she found one over there that she says we have to go and lunch. Then on the way back, she plans on stopping at the Russell Stover Candy Factory. KJ4LXJ, back to you guys.
Well, it sounds like you've got a plan for the day. You might even get a little candy out if you're good. Walter in Hollywood, Florida, KE4NTG. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Dick, Vicky, and everybody else out there in East Coast Reflector land. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Yeah, I see you got my message, and just re-verifying with Eric about not too many people have, but the 220 to use it in the morning. So I'm still trying to do something. But anyway, I think you had a question about something on the East Coast Reflector website, and I didn't quite hear it.
It wasn't really a question, Walter. It was, I want to tell everybody about our new analog VU meter that goes along with the audio stream, where you got a visual on what your audio looks like, and you can also hear yourself. That's all it was. Yes, you ought to know better than to call me while I was running a net yesterday morning, Walter.
Oh, forgive me. I wasn't even thinking. I wasn't on the radio. It just came to mind, and I called you. My bad. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, I just got a message back from Eric. That 220 is okay for you to use in the mornings from Monday to Friday, 7 to 9. But I don't know how many people have 220 radios, but it does do Tri-County, so it's a large area. I guess it's better than nothing.
We should get in there and build a connection macro, so we'll connect at 7 and disconnect whenever he wants. We can't remember to, we don't connect nodes in the morning. If they want to connect, they need to connect up to us. We're too busy in the morning to go around and connect individual nodes. I don't remember even what the node number is anymore. We tried it there for an experiment, but yeah, if they want to get something built in their macro scheme to connect, that would be great. Well, 1 or 2 here and there might build activity on 220. He said it's got fairly good coverage. Let's go to Scott, KO6IXN. Good morning, Scott. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
Dick and Vicky and everybody else out there, I hope everyone's having a good day. The signal meter is really cool. I was watching that during the morning brew. It's a really nice new feature. What's on my mind? Not much. Looking forward to the long weekend. This will be the last weekend in town before I go on a 2-week business trip next weekend, so it'll be good to just relax and enjoy the time with the family. That's another cool thing that I really enjoy about the East Coast Reflector. I can take my All-Star node with me on the road and still be able to check in from time to time when I'm out of the country, so that's cool. But other than that, I hope everyone has a good day. And KO6IXN, back to you, Dick.
Thank you, Scott. That is nice. A little mobile or portable all-star node that goes with you, goes anywhere. I've had one for years in my car. I think since 2016, I believe it's something like 2016, I guess. Makes it so nice. Robert, Deltona, Florida, but I think you're probably still up in the Poconos. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to everyone out on the Brew Crew. I kind of slept in a little this morning. I don't know, it's, I'm still up here in the Poconos, enjoying this little vacation. I'll be back down in Florida on Sunday. But I really enjoyed this little vacation of mine. It helped me clear my mind of some things I got to take care of. Anyway, I really just am in here listening this morning. So everyone have a blessed day and hope everyone stays fine. KJ4ZFM.
Sounds like you're enjoying life up in Pennsylvania, Robin. I know you've been up there. I get pretty close to a month, 3 weeks anyway. That's great. Let me get another list started. I get a list started. I'm going to give it over to Vicki. Let her take some stations this morning. So anybody, anywhere, 21 past the hour, like to get in here on the second cup and say hello and speak what's on your mind or ask a question or whatever. Call signs twice and slowly.
Kilo Echo 8, Whiskey Oscar Hotel. Kilo Echo 8, Whiskey Oscar Hotel. This is Jim in Dearborn Heights, Michigan.
Net control. This is K4WRS, Kilo 4 Whiskey Romeo Sierra, Robert in the Smoky Mountains, North Carolina.
November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo. November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo.
KF8, CWL. Kilo Foxtrot 8, Charlie Whiskey Foxtrot.
From and I'll acknowledge these stations. We got you, Brian, from Warren, Michigan, KFH CWF, Roger in Fort Lauderdale, and for RHE, Robert, North Carolina, K4WRS, and James in Dearborn Heights, Michigan. We got to change to Jim. It was James, says James on the QRZ page, Jim, so we'll get it changed to Jim next time around. KE8WOH, I'm sorry. What's on your mind this morning, Jim, and what do you got planned for the day?
Net control. First time I've been on the radio for a long time, since February actually, but been away. Got stuck in that ice storm up in upper Michigan, the lower part of the mitt, in the mitt there. I guess they call it the upper northern, but weather's real nice here, blue sky, gorgeous day, about 52 degrees last I looked, and just playing with the radio. Good to be able to make this amplifier work. Well, back to you, Dad. 73.
Thank you, James. This is Vicki, K8, VKY in the second cup. And actually, my kids went to a robotics competition, and the kids in the UP had to drive all the way around and come right back up through. So like a 3-hour trip turned into a 12-hour trip on a bus. So next up, Robert, KW4RS.
K4WRS. I just wanted to chime in this morning and say hi to everybody and hope everybody has a
great weekend and the holiday, and we'll be doing a lot of barbecue. So thank you for letting me come in on the net. K4WRS.
Thank you very much. And if you want to see something a little bit scary, look up the damages of wire brushes. No scary. Next up, Roger, N4RHE.
K8VKY. Good morning, Cousin Cox. My brother called and asked what our great-grandfather's name, my namesake, Hamden Cox, what his wife's name was. None of us can remember. Anyway, thanks for serving a second cup. On my mind, I ordered my Yaesu MH48 microphone cord Wednesday, and it's due today, $10 on Amazon. What a deal. Dick, Eureka Lodge in Dania Beach has a Friday fish fry, and Pompano Lodge has a brother who owns a seafood distribution company. We have delicious fish here in South Florida, but I never had a buffalo fish fry. November 4, Roger, I'm enthusiast. Return to net.
Thank you, Roger. Maybe it's just my end of Lake Erie, but I wouldn't want to fish. Next up, Brian, KS8 CWS. Brian from Warren, Michigan, are you still with us?
Good morning, Vicki. I'm sorry I had a different radio conversation because I'm at work. I got 3 different radios going. Yeah, I was checking out the VU meter, and it looks like I got to kick up the volume a little bit, but other than that, I'm excited. I get to go up north to my property by Mount Pleasant and see if I can play radio up there. I haven't had much opportunity this summer, so gonna go check it out, see what my C25s and my DMRs and all that'll do. Have a great day. Have a good, enjoyable holiday weekend. KF8, CWF, back to that.
Thank you, Brian. Yeah, you're kind of low, but perfectly audible. And no matter where you live in Michigan, you always go north to escape. That's the end of that list. Taking more check-ins twice and slowly, please.
Kilo Romeo 4, Golf Foxtrot Juliet, Gabriel.
K4KU, K4KU.
Victor Lima Kilo KD4 November 2. Victor Lima KD4 KIP.
Alright, we got KD4QIP and K4KU and KR4GFK. Sorry, GFJ is back. So we'll start with Gabriel.
This is KR4GFJ, Gabriel in Port St. Lucie. Just hoping everybody has a safe and happy holiday weekend. I'm currently mobile, and I'll be in and out. Thanks so much. 7-3.
Thanks for stopping by. Next up, Jason, K4KU.
Hey, good morning, Dick and Vicky. Hope you guys are having a good morning so far. And just a question, because, Monday's a holiday, so there's no morning brew. Are you and Dick actually going to sleep in and enjoy some extra rest?
I'll probably end up finding a post on Facebook trying to talk me into doing a pop-up net.
Yeah, Vicky, that's what I figured. I'll see if you do a pop-up net. You guys have a great weekend. This is K4KU back to net.
All right, thanks for stopping by. And last on the list, Kitty4QIP.
All of the same sentiments and others, and wish everybody a safe and enjoyable weekend. And plan on doing a little bit of barbecue myself. Good night.
Thank you, Bart. And we also had N2VLK. Were you sticking around or were you in and out? Okay, I kind of thought you might be in and out, but you're buried a little bit there. This is Vicky, K8VKY in the second cup. Okay, check it slowly, please.
Kilo 4 India Tango Alpha, K4 ITA Leo 4 Lotus. OSU, not for Ohio State University, on Wisconsin.
Kilowatt Bravo 5 at Victor Alpha Oscar.
Okay, good. KB5BAO, David. N4 OSU, Jerry. And K4 ITAVO. I know there's at least one person buried in there. Can you come again, please? You're always welcome to try again. We'll start with K4 ITA Leo.
Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, Dick. Finally, I found some time to check in the second cup. So happy. Okay, I have a quick question. A few days ago, our repeater here in Fort Lauderdale was not connected. I tried to check in with through the DMR gateway. I wasn't lucky. Just wondering if there is something that we can do to make it a bit stronger, a bit better, because it was going up and down and quality not very good. I didn't have my All-Star node, and so I tried with DMR, but no luck. Okay, everybody a great weekend. This is K4 ITA. Bye-bye.
Morning, Leo. It's Dick. We're trying to get with the powers to be on that, I believe you're talking about the W4 MOT 14679 repeater in Fort Lauderdale. We're trying to get with the powers to be to get them to open their bind port so we can connect it. What happens sometimes, we might have to take it offline for noise or something like that, and we have no way to reconnect it, and sometimes it takes a few days before the repeater trustees in Florida realize that it's off the system. So we're trying to get the hold of someone that is in holding the keys there to get the ports open if possible, so we can connect from our end. But that's all we can do. We don't control the repeaters, in the field. We just basically provide the platform, Leo. But whatever you can do from your end, if you know any of the Motorola guys, that's what they need to do.
Got it. Thank you very much. Thank you for your answer.
Thank you, Leo. And next up, Jerry, N4 OSU.
Good morning, all. I'm not too far from where that repeater is located. I'll swing over there and see if I can do anything. We'll try. That's all we can do. That's at the Motorola plant. It's N4 OSU. We're down.
Okay, Dick said it's not at the Motorola plant. Next up, David, KB5 VAL.
Good morning to the second cup on the morning brew. This is David, KB5VAO in Lubbock. Not a lot here, much to report. Just enjoying the morning so far. KB5VAO.
All right, thanks for stopping by. This is Vicky, K8VKY in the second cup. You can text in at 716-317-9050 or email at text@ecr.radio. Take more check-ins twice and slowly, please.
Kilo Mike, 0 India.
PE1 and UL. PE1 and UL.
Alright, we've got Peter, PE1 and UL. Just so you know, you got some chimes coming through with you. And we've also got John, KN0I. John, you're up first.
Morning. Thank you for letting me get in. I'm just headed into work. Got a rainy day down here in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Hope everybody has a good rest of the day. KM0.
Thank you, John. And up next, Peter, PE1 and UL. What's on your mind?
Good morning, Vicky, Dick, and the Brew crew. This is Peter, PE1 and UL. I have a question, it's about emergency procedures of American repeater systems. Not really sure if I can ask that right now or from a procedure for this, so back to you, Vicky.
Sure, you're welcome to ask anything.
Oh, excellent. Well, you're the experts of this matter. Anyway, I was taking a test. I'm a certified traffic message handler in several countries, and I was kind of preparing for the American version of it. And during one of my trial exam questions, I had a question that states, what is the proper way to declare an emergency on a U.S. repeater? And there were a couple of choice questions, so I picked the answer long as 0, and if you call sign phonetics, declare it's an emergency, and then wait for a reply. Anyway, I was discussing my answer with a couple of persons, and an American guy told me, no, never do long press 0 on an American repeater. You will simply annoy every user on it, will annoy the admins, and some American repeaters, if you do a long press 0, it will automatically send an emergency on a major system or whatever. So, any comments on that will be welcome. Back to you from either B1 and UL.
Generally, you start with brake. Was that one of your options?
The other answers that I got was open microphone, press push to call, say 3 times the word emergency, then your call sign, and wait if someone comes back. The other one was, oh gosh, what was it? This was 1.0. The other one was, I say like 3 times the word emergency, and the other one was, I forgot. Thank you.
I think none of those apply to the U.S. I have heard some people using emergency instead of brake, but I wouldn't wait. I almost hesitate to do this, but does anybody else want to chime in on this? But we don't want to go too far down the emergency path. Okay, yeah, usually brake. Otherwise, I'd assume. Sorry, it froze up there for a minute.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
If anybody else has something, feel free to come back in. Otherwise, we'll move back on. Take in more check-ins twice and slowly, please.
Bravo 5 India Tango Tango. WB5ITT in and out. Good morning, Vicky, and the rest of the second cup.
Good morning to you, real quick, Chris. I think you were in and out WB5ITT. And Peter, yeah, that's Vicky's 100% correct. It's a double brake. But, you know, hey, if you got an emergency, anything goes, you know. I got an emergency help, whatever, you know. But the standard is a double brake. And that's why we discourage people that try to break into a QSO and say brake, you know, because it's a double brake is an emergency. So, you know what I do? When I hear somebody call in and say brake, I say, stand by, what's your emergency? Embarrass the heck out of them, and they won't do it again. We do not use brake. You know, maybe contact or something like that, but we do not use brake on this system. And a double brake is pretty much the uniform for an emergency piece. So I would have to say none of those answers apply to the U.S. We'll take some new stations. New stations anywhere. Place and forward, this is Dick, WB2JPQ.
Yes, K5, Yankee, November, Uniform, K5, YNU, Ford and Conroe.
Friday, they're coming slow this morning, Vicky. It's a holiday weekend, I guess, and that's another thing. Good morning, Mark, and good morning to Conroe, Texas, K5YNU. What's on your mind this morning, Mark? KE2EDS.
Vicky again. Not too much. We just got done. We made breakfast in the backyard on the Blackstone for my grandsons. So we're going to have a good day today. My grandsons are on the Zoom room today, and they're trying to figure out how they can see themselves in the television. Oh, see, he's waving to you. Hey! All right. But everybody have a great Friday. Have a great long weekend.
Looking forward to hearing everybody on Tuesday morning. KE2EDS.
Well, thanks, Mark, and hello to the kids. Bring them in tonight at 7 or a little after. We're encouraging all the kids with their parents to come in an hour before the youth net at 8 o'clock is their youth net. Come in at 7, and especially if you have third-party youth that would like to get on the air with their parent as a control control operator. We're trying to lighten it up for the kids. Been doing this for a couple weeks. Kids are coming in along with our net controllers, and it's kind of their hour. We're trying to make it their hour from 7 to 8 so they can talk to each other and lighten things up a little, maybe get more of the youth talking. And we've had several that have come in, and I think they might even come on as third party to say hello this week. So come join us tonight at 7 in the Zoom room, 8 o'clock on the youth net. Let's go to Conroe, Texas. 5YNU. Good morning.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and everyone on the second cup. Thank you for picking me up. I just wanted to congratulate you guys for the Spectrum, listening live online. Usually I have my laptop on during my hours here in the office, but it looks fantastic, and I don't recall how I thought we actually made it the call sign, but I appreciate it. I just want to say thank you, and you guys enjoy your long weekend. Happy Labor Day, and I'll talk to you next Tuesday. This is K5YNU.
See, now there's no need for radio checks. Users can come on and give their call sign and say no response necessary, and listen and watch themselves at the same time and give themselves a radio check. Thanks for being here. We'll take some new stations. New stations anywhere. This is Dick, WB2JPQ, along with Vicky, K8VKY, on the second cup this morning.
W1 GHB Whiskey 1 Golf Hotel Bravo, in and out.
Kilo Juliet 5 Lima Charlie Delta, Kilo Juliet 5 Lima Charlie Delta, in and out.
With these in and outs this morning, don't you guys want to take a minute and talk to us? KJ5LCD, Pinehurst, Texas, and Steve in Richmond, Texas, W1 GHB. Steve, why don't you come in and just say good morning to us, and what's on your mind this morning? Louis, you want to come in and say good morning? I know you said you were in and out as well.
Hey, good morning, everybody out there. Just listening in on the net. I'm at work, so I can't stay for too long. I was just actually about to jump out to my work truck and check something real quick. But I hope everybody has a good day. It's Friday. Enjoy the 3-day weekend, and this is KJ5LCD, and I'll send it back to that control. 73 to everybody.
Technical difficulty this morning. We got some text line check-ins coming up. We had a little whoops here, I think, a little while ago, and we are in the midst of correcting it. Thanks, Louis, for just stopping in and saying hello. I see Otis came in 0TIS, Roy and Blaze, OK8BYU, and Doug in Homosassa, WA8CLG via the text line. Sorry about that, guys. We had a little technical issue here this morning on a Friday morning. Let me go to Otis. Good morning. N0TIS.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and Mark. You got a couple of good-looking cowboys there. Yeah, you do. Yeah, it's, let's see, got a busy weekend, Labor Day weekend. Don't know exactly what we'll be doing, but we're waiting for that cold front to come in to kind of cool down a little bit. We got about a 60% chance of showers today and some drier conditions with the humidity, so that's going to be really nice as we get into Sunday, even into Monday. So looking forward to that, and just looking forward to maybe a relaxful weekend. Y'all have a great one. N0TIS, back to net control.
Well, thank you, Otis. I didn't realize you were in the Zoom room. I've been looking at other things here this morning. Also got Don, W4PPX, via the text line as well. Good morning to Roy, Blaisdell, New York, K8BYU. Roy, good morning.
Vicky, everybody on the second cup, KA8BYU. Yeah, that bit about break brought back an old memory from the 70s. We had this guy on 11 meters who used to break into conversations on every channel by doing it to the Lone Ranger theme. He'd sit there breaking, he'd break. Yeah, that got annoying real quick.
I'm sure that it did, Roy. I'm sure that it did. Thanks for being there. Sorry for the wait. I don't know. I didn't look at the screen. I don't know how long you were in queue, but thanks for being there. Let me go to Doug, Homosassa, Florida, WA8CLG. I heard you saying the morning brew. You were going to stick around, Doug. Good morning.
I don't have anything real special. I did want to stick around for the second cup. I don't get a chance. I meet with a group on Fridays at 9 o'clock, so on the today is the 5th Friday of the month, so we don't meet, so I get a chance to check in with you. It's good to hear everybody, and thanks everybody for checking in, and everybody in the connected with East Coast Reflector for setting all this stuff up. Still haven't got it all figured out how it all works, but it does. Everybody have a good one, a very good weekend. WA8CLG, back to you.
Hey, Doug. You have only been here for a short while, and we started the Reflector 25 years ago with IRLT, and we don't have it all figured out yet, so don't feel bad. We've been gluing it together all these years, and it just keeps growing. Dan, good morning, W4PPX.
Good morning, Dick, and everybody on the second cup. Good to hear you, Dick. I hope that putting your wisdom teeth back in helped you. You sound a lot better. Nothing new on this end, just another big weekend coming up. 7-3 to everybody. Have a good day. W4PPX. Back to you.
Well, thanks, Don. And I had a tough morning. I had to get out of bed and go count the Kleenex boxes throughout the house before I could come down and check into the morning brew. How about you, Daryl? WB1DXN. Good morning.
Yeah, Nick and the rest of them have second cup. My question is that you mentioned something about an audio meter, and I was trying to poke around trying to find it, and a couple of minutes ago I went back to the main page and I get a blurb up here that says briefly unavailable due to scheduled maintenance, so I won't be able to follow you on that to find out where that meter is if I want to check my audio level. Back to net control, WB1 DXN.
Oh, is the website down for maintenance? We don't have any control over that. I wasn't aware of that. I guess maybe it is down. That won't be down more than a few minutes, I'm sure. Yeah, that's where it is, under Listen Live. No, the website's up. Oh, she's up alive and well. Daryl, so maybe try to reconnect again. But yes, that's a great feature that's been added. Thanks for being here, Daryl. Let me know if you have a problem. David, Sacramento, California, N6QDY.
Hey, good morning, Dick. Everybody on the second cup and the control room, Zoom room. Yeah, not a whole lot really going on. Got a doctor's appointment this morning, general checkup, and probably scooting a little bit. Hey, I'm gonna try what another ham was talking about on. You and I were talking about doing PL encode on the repeater and then having it drop right after the user disconnects from the receiver or unkeys from the receiver. Another guy goes, try to just pull off of the discriminator audio and go that route and tie it in that way into the transmitter, so whenever that drops, that's essentially doing the same thing. So I'm going to put it on the service monitor and compare with the HT directly into the service monitor and then pipe in the discriminator audio afterwards just to see what it looks like. Have you played with that before?
Well, yes, back in the IRLP days were built around discriminator audio. And then you get into de-emphasis, pre-emphasis issues. But it sounds more complicated than it is. Your encode, your transmitter, your repeater transmit encode PL tone, where you only encodes PL when the receiver is active. You have to take the receiver COR line and tie it to the PL encode line on the repeater. You don't want the PL to be encoded when the transmitter, all the time when the transmitter's up. It only encodes PL when somebody is talking, when that COR line goes active. Then you encode PL. As soon as the COR line drops, so does the outbound PL, and so does your link radio at the far end. That is the easiest way to link a repeater to All-Star. We call that PL Encore. It encodes PL when the COR is active.
Okay. Yeah, understand 100%. Yeah, I just never thought of doing it that way before, so I'll have to play around with that. So that'll be fun. And then the other thing, changing the subject, I've got my NFET balance, so can't wait to get on the air finally. Just gotta put that up. And let's see. Last thing is I finally make, as long as I keep checking in about 8 or 7 days, I'll make 100 check-ins, so I'll be in the triple digits. Still far from all you guys that have been out there forever, but the fact that, I've been checking into it regularly, so that kind of works out. Anyways, back to you there, Dick. Don't want to hold it up. Thanks to everybody for standing by. Back to Net Control. Everybody have a great weekend. N6QDY.
Let me take a couple more and then we'll call it a net. Take a couple more here.
Victor Alpha 3, Yankee Bravo Sierra, VA3 YBS.
Kilo Golf 8 Quebec Papa. Kilo Golf 8 Quebec Papa.
Whiskey
Alpha 5 Tango Bravo Bravo. Whiskey Alpha 5 Tango Bravo Bravo. Good morning.
Alpha Alpha.
All right, I think I better stop there. Good morning to Billy, AA8KY. Reed, I haven't talked to you for a long time in Lubbock. Good morning to you. Got Jeff, KG8QP. Bill, up in Ontario, Canada, VA3YBS. And my friend Sal, who was supposed to be first on the list here this morning, W2SAL. I put a post on Facebook yesterday and something to the effect that who's going to be with Vicky and I in the second cup tomorrow. This was when I put on yesterday, and Sal was one of the first ones on the list, and I believe he requested a 50-yard line seat, and I kept saying on Facebook that the seats are filling up. Come on, get in. So here he is, late than never, right, Sal? Good morning. W2SAL.
Morning, Dick and Vicky and the rest of the Brew crew and those listening. Yeah, someone posted erroneously a 10 o'clock start, and I figured I'd come down to the shack and be first online, only to be at the tail end here. As far as what's going on with me, I've been losing my voice on and off with a sore throat, and today I'm calling ENT to try and get in there and see what's going on. So with that, we haven't been playing much radio because within about 15 minutes I lose my voice, and that's the end of it. With that, I'll kick it back to you, Dick, in net control, and wave a hand to everyone. Have a happy and safe holiday, and we'll talk to you on Tuesday. W2SAL clear.
Sorry about the time. I don't know what I was thinking. I did it quickly in the morning, and I'm thinking I put 10 o'clock in. Well, that's when the second cup is over with. And then a couple hours later, Gil said, when did the time change? So I went back and changed the time, and it was my mistake. So we're having fun anyway. That's all. That's all that matters. Take care of yourself. We've been thinking about you. Dunnville, Ontario, VA3YBS. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Dick and Vicky and everybody else. I've just been hanging around since the morning brew and listening to everything. Thought I'd jump in and say hello to everybody. Wish everybody a good day and a happy long weekend. VA3YBS back.
All right, thank you. This is Vicky K8VKY, this time without an audio delay. Next up, Jeff, KC8QP.
I'm going to take the dog to a park. I'm on the park. I'm going to take the radio station to work. The morning brew this morning.
Alright, we got you in there, but you're barely making it. Have a good day at the park. Next up, B, WA5TBD.
This is WA5 Tango Bravo Bravo from Lubbock. Good morning to everyone. I had no idea that the ECR started 25 years ago. Amazing. You guys are doing a wonderful job. Good morning to all. WA5TBB.
Thank you, Reed. We appreciate it. And last on this was Billy, AA8KY. And then we'll wrap up the net.
Yeah, good morning, Vicki and everyone else on the net. Everything's going good here in Portsmouth, Ohio. We haven't had any rain in over a month, so we're hoping to get some rain next week. Thanks for picking me up, Alpha 8 Kilo Yankee.
Thanks for stopping by. This is Vicky, K8VKY, 6WB2JPQ, returning the Reflector back to normal use.
Have a good day, Vicky, from KE4NTG.
Thanks, you too, Walter.
Well, as far as the question of the day, I always keep a box of Kleenex on the nightstand. Me and my wife. Never know, it's a good question. Just like net control, do it twice and slow.